That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Let's go.
They're going play action. Completed to his running back. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Set. Bronco 80. Ready.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Here we go. Here we go.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish off an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And he gets him around 6 there. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They give on 2nd to Benson. He's out in the clear. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. That's complete right side. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Pass play now. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
3rd and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And the Eagles will take possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's 2nd and 7. Finds him over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Hey, check that.
Lone back gets the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Let's go now. Go check, go check. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. He puts some juice on a deep throw. This is caught inside the 15. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Putting a receiver in motion.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Cut out left. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return to the link right after this. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Second and 10 now. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Okay, ready?
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go.
Hand off to the back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Working quickly here. Back to the well again. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They send a man in motion. And he could have a free play here. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. It's 3rd and 5 for him after the penalty. Running it after the penalty. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly, but he sure made that one look routine.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Staying on the ground with Benson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. But that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And in for the Arizona touchdown. Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Cardinals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
The Eagles are in punt formation. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And they'll down this one a little shy of the 40. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Back now, pressure on its way. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
Let's go now. 60 by 6.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. They'll try it right with Benson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Cardinals pushing for a late spark before halftime. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Looking for a throw here. He's got Harrison. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Turning to Benson on 3rd. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And he's got a nice gain down inside the 10-yard line. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They're throwing it. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 4th and long. So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. A very short kick here from the right hash. Mevis able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Go!
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Go street. 18, pioneer. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They kick the running back in motion. He'll throw it yet again. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe, maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Go. Ready. Track 60.
They are throwing it again. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals might be able to get some points late after the interception. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he breaks the 20 on the return, but only just. That is one up to the 21 and out of bounds. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
79 Broncos.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Throwing now from the gun. He's on the move. And there's your man there. It's intercepted. And the Eagles will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the 2nd half because he picks it off on the very 1st play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this 2nd half.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Trying the right side. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. A type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here's 2nd and 14. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
The kick by Hopkins is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Gets this one to Harrison. 40. Hits the 20. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. Point after by Mevis is good. And the Cardinals make it 17 all. Mevis ready to send this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Lead.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go. Sack.
Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Go. Ready.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Sack.
They give it to him again. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. It is caught left side. And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They go play action on 1st. Complete out to the right. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Max Melton with the INT. Mevis now for the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Cardinals break that tie and now lead by 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now a give running right. This is ahead for about 5. That was Max Melton who held him down there. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Finds him on the crossing route. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Let's go.
They're going play action. Ooh, the Cardinals get to him here. He's brought down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Tag. Check smash. Check. Curve 19. Curve 19. Ready, good.
Back to throw. Puts his body on the line, and he got it.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple, and he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches.
70. Here we go. Here we go. Check go.
He's back to throw. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
Go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Cardinals have it with the lead. Just got to hang on for a little bit longer.
Hold it ready.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Benson once more. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. Give him 8 yards on that carry, and now they're just a yard away on 4th down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They did it! He made the interception! Picked up by Nakobe Dean. And he takes this one back for the pick six! You get a pick six, you get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rob.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Has it downfield, working the left. Through the defense he goes, room to burn. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 4th quarter lead. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Mevis with a point after. And the Cardinals break that tie and now lead by 7. Mevis ready to send this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Right up the gut. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Here's the handoff. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down. But you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
1st and 10 from the 41. Now looking to throw. Brought in right side. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Here we go.
Play action on 1st down. Throw drifted too much, and it's going to wind up incomplete out of bounds.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
No one around. He's got space. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Plowing up the middle. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Now they'll throw out of the gun. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles losing by 7. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. A give left side to Benson. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. The Cardinals out for the punt. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. And that punt reaches 50 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Come on, set. Mustang 19. Go.
Back to throw. Escapes the pocket. That one's incomplete, couldn't connect.
Not an open passing lane to be found anywhere. He took what he thought was the best one available, and they still managed to tip the ball away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's go.
Looking to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals make the play that should win them this game.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
So the Cardinals get to fly home as winners on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. And with Brock Huard and our EA Sports